Good morning. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. And I want to give a special thank you to the members of the press, because I know we asked you to do double duty this morning, and you did a great job of following us on our snow and ice preparation. Our team was out there early, and many of you were there with them, so we really appreciate that. And here we are, more than 30 days later, in a place we hoped we wouldn't be in. And so I want to introduce our county executive to give you an update about how we in Prince George's County are going to elevate our people. Thank you so much.
Good morning to everyone. As I stood beside you at the onset of the government shutdown 31 days ago, I gave Prince George's County my 100% commitment that we would elevate the needs of all Prince Georgians, especially during this time. I was here with many of the partners who are behind me today, and some of whom you'll hear from today. This county administration is focused on serving people and meeting people where they are and meeting their needs. To our federal workers, I just want them to know that we see them, we understand their issues. We understand that for so many of them, they're used to being the ones that stand in the gap for others. And now we as government are standing in the gap for them. But there are another group of very vulnerable people who are now impacted by the shutdown, and that is our SNAP recipients. Over 110,000 Prince Georgians, 110,000 Prince Georgians receive SNAP benefits. 48,000 of them are children. And so we're very concerned about hunger here in Prince George's County. We're very concerned about those who are most vulnerable, including those in our immigrant community, being able to access vital resources, including basic necessities like food. And that's why we're coming together. You know, our Governor Wes Moore, in addition to the work he's done to extend benefits at the onset of the shutdown, he's dedicated another $10 million to assist with those who are losing SNAP benefits. My administration and his administration have been in discussions around how we get those benefits and those resources to the people here in Prince George's County. So we have identified a number of nonprofits who will receive part of that funding so that they can serve our residents directly. So I want to say to Governor Moore, thank you. Thank you for honoring your commitment of not leaving anyone behind. But here in Prince George's County, we believe that too. So that's why we're here today to talk about some of the work that we will be doing over the next several weeks. You know, when I was here before, I talked about a partner, a business partner, West Banco, who had agreed to provide low-interest loans of $5,000 for all government workers who were impacted. And so I can tell you, as of today, over 55 residents here in the county have taken advantage of that program, and there are more applications that are being processed daily. So we know that for so many people, that $5,000 that's guaranteed that they would receive if they are impacted by the shutdown really will mean the difference of them being able to take care of their responsibilities, take care of their families and themselves, and not being able to do so. So I want to say to West Banco, thank you. We're grateful that you are headquartered right here in Prince George's County, and we appreciate your partnership. In addition to that, our school system, who you'll hear from today, has extended the hot meal program for those young people who really need food. They need nutrition. They need to know that when they're going to school, that they're able to learn and not worried about whether or not they have food in their bellies. This is serious. And so I want to thank our school system and our superintendent, Sean Joseph, for his work. I also want to thank our nonprofit partners. I can tell you that we could not do this work alone as government. We need the support of our partners. And so this weekend, we are partnering with Redeemer's Church to provide thousands of food packages to residents here in Prince George's County. You will hear from Pastor Kobe, who is an amazing partner here in the county. So this Saturday, November 1st at 11 a.m., we will have a major food giveaway. Pastor Kobe's church is Redeemer's Church of Christ, located at 10,001 Aerospace Drive in Lanham, Maryland. That's 10,001 Aerospace Drive in in Lanham, Maryland. And you'll hear from Pastor Kobe shortly. And then in 2 weeks, we will be working with Pastor John of Fountain Community Church, and he's also here with us today. We want to thank him for his work. Let's give him also a round of applause. Thank you so much. We will be partnering with him to provide food resources. But there are a number of nonprofits located across the county, all of them who are providing resources, whether it's food or other assistance to residents here in Prince George's County. So we know the lines are going to be long. So we have, there's several locations where people can pick up food resources this weekend. Those locations are listed on our website. We have a special page, a special federal shutdown page that we launched several weeks ago. It's mypgc.us/FedGov shutdown. There you will find a list of resources. We also want to thank our utility companies for continuing to work with their customers to ensure that no one's utilities are cut off during this time. So we want to thank them. I also want to personally thank our Prince George's County Council. If you all can join me in giving them a round of applause. They are, in addition to the work we're doing as a county, they are supporting and working with local efforts in their jurisdictions. I was just with Council Member Watson last week at the Bowie Food Pantry with our governor, talking about the really great work that they are doing. But what they are seeing is an increase in need. And in Bowie is one of the areas of our county that's a little bit wealthier than some other areas of our county. So when we see the increase in need in areas like Bowie, where there are a number of federal government workers, what we know is that this need is real. The need is real, and that's why we're coming together. So we want to reassure the public that we have their back, that we're working hard, that we're providing as much as we can for them, and we're doing it together. I do believe I see the chair of the Park and Planning Commission here, Darrell Barnes. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your commitment and your support. I know that you do giveaways as well, so we look forward to partnering with you too. But next, I will bring up the chair of our county council, Ed Burrows.
Thank you, Madam County Executive, for your leadership during these unprecedented times. And I want to thank each and every member of this county council because every single council member is in their community doing their own food distribution programs, doing their own giveaways, and you've stepped up. Each and every one of you have stepped up in such a tremendous way. The reality is As the President of the United States is building a ballroom at the White House, we have federal workers who are standing in line for hours to get a basic need met, food. And this is the reality that our country is facing in this moment. We are truly in unprecedented times, but as a result of these unprecedented times, I'm thankful that Prince George's County, under the leadership of our county executive, Aisha Braveboy, the county council, our faith community, our nonprofit community, we're coming together to say, all we have is, and I know the pastor is here, all we have is 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. I mean, that's our reality. And we pray to God that He will multiply it, because only He can for such a time as this. So I want to thank every volunteer who's out there, every church, every nonprofit, every government worker, every federal worker. Our heart is breaking for you every single day. And we'll get through this together, because we don't have a choice otherwise. And I want to once again thank our county executive for governing us and pulling us together during this difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you. Pastor Kobe, if you can come forward. Pastor Kobe has the work that he does really extends beyond his church into our larger community, and this is nothing new for him. He has served our community for the past 8 years from his church, helping us improve the health of the residents here in Prince George's County, and now he's going to be providing life-saving meals to residents of our county. So if you can come forward and talk about the efforts on Saturday.
Thank you, Madam County Executive, for this privilege to come to such an honorable meeting. I want to appreciate all of you for coming also. We've been doing this for the past 9 years as a church. I'm privileged to be the chief servant of Redeemer's Church of Christ. And for these past 9 years, I've gotten this inspiration from Madam County Executive, who has always been in our fair, giving us motivation to do what we have done. So I want to appreciate you for your leadership, and also all the council members here, all the work that you've been doing with the church. I must apologize for not reaching out to the office on time, but I was making sure that the food items have arrived before I come in and say something. So we've been able to take a hold of we paid $17,000 to bring in a truckload of about $80,000 worth of food. We are getting also household items, and tomorrow morning I'm looking forward to have you come and audition the place so that we can serve the community. We as an African immigrant, I don't know shutdown, but I know what is called hunger. And I understand when things are not going right with the people. And I'm privileged to be leading over 2,500 membership in the church. So I can understand their pain, and what church is meant for is to reach out when people are in need. And that is what we are standing to do in this county, and to support the good work you have initiated. I see the light coming, and we are going to make sure it's light brighter. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pastor Kobe. And I believe we have Pastor John here. He can come forward. Pastor John has been doing some tremendous work all across the county. I was with him just a few weeks ago at High Point High School, where he was giving out not just food, but other necessities for our children. So, Pastor John.
Thank you so much, Madam County Executive. It's an honor to be here. Just about a few minutes ago, that's when I figured that maybe they told me that I'll be speaking, no preparation, but this is what I know. I was on Fox 5 on Saturday morning, and with the same mission that I'm a pastor, and I pray that God forbid that our neighbor will end up searching food in the dumpster. It will not happen. Not under our watch. Not when we have an effective leader that is leading us here in Prince George's County. So what we do here at the Fountain Community Enrichment is not just food. We give food, we give fresh produce, and in addition, we give clothes, we give shoes, we give diapers, we give baby formula, we give electrical, household electrical appliances, because it's not just food that we need everything. And we are here as long as God continues to give us strength. We will work together in unity, because Prince George's is a collaborative work, just like the county executive already said it, linking and touching different aspects of the economy. And we thank you for your leadership, and we will continue to work with you for the advancement of PG County. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor John. In addition to the work of our faith community, our school system has really stepped up, and we want to invite representative from our school system to join us today to talk about the great work that they are doing to ensure that our kids are taken care of and their families.
Hello. Prince George's County Public Schools shares your commitment, shares the commitment of our county executive. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm Mary Kirkland. I'm the Director of Food Nutrition Services of Prince George's County Public Schools. And as I was stating, we share the commitment of our county executive and our county council members. We've been in constant communication with Maryland State Department of Education to ensure we are providing clarification for the potential disruption to SNAP benefits and as it relates to our community nutrition programs that are in our schools. There's currently, from our guidance that we received, there's currently no disruption in the school meal status of our students during this time. Those that are receiving SNAP benefits. Students who are already approved for free meals, they will continue to get those free meals. Additionally, students attending and participating in CEP, they will continue to receive the free meal benefit as well too. Families affected by the federal reduction in funds may also reapply for meal benefits using their current household income. As stated earlier, Food Nutrition Services has expanded our supper program to offer hot suppers and after-school programs at eligible schools that meet the requirements. In addition, we've added 23 additional Maryland Meals for Achievement schools, which offers free breakfast to those students for the remainder of this school year. And lastly, we've added 4 CEP schools, so that means that all students in those schools receive free breakfast and free lunch throughout the remainder of this school year as well, too. As a part of the response from Prince George's County Public Schools, we are compiling a list of information and resources for our families that we will later distribute. But please be assured that Prince George's County Public Schools and Food Nutrition Services, we remain steadfast in our efforts to support our students and families during this time. Thank you.
And I would like to extend an opportunity for those council members who are here with us today, if they want to say a few words to their constituents or to Prince George's County as a whole on the work that they are doing and their sentiments around how they feel about what's happening at the federal level that's affecting us here locally. I think it's important to hear not just from me, not just from the chair, but from everyone, because the words that we speak, I think, will touch so many people, and they want to know that people care. In so many ways, I think people are disenchanted with government because what they're seeing is a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting, and what they feel is a lot of despair, hunger, sadness, depression. So what I want everyone to know is that we are a county that cares. Prince George's County is a county that cares, and it's not just one person that cares. We all care. So council members, my colleagues, if any of you want to say a few words.
One, I just want to echo the sentiments of our chair and say just thank you. Thank you for your leadership, for always stepping up. No hesitation. You and your team have a rapid response of making sure that our residents are taken care of. And just echo the sentiments of the chair as well, that every single council member is doing our best to serve the needs of our community. So we have a monthly food distribution in District 7. We're working on having a permanent pantry in our district. We're working on free daycare options because we know childcare services and the cost of childcare is one of the #1 reasons why so many people can't get to work. And so we are looking at the whole family. We know that when you see SNAP benefits being cut, it's food. When we see people losing their job, it's employment. But we know that there's going to be mental health services needed, job training and readiness, and the whole family is going to have to be served. And I think our chair said it best, that it's shameful that the president is concerned about a ballroom and concerned about things that do not matter, and he's playing politics with the lives of residents. And what our government is saying is that we're united to say, no matter what, we are going to put the community first. This is not going to be about politics. This is going to be about people. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you, County Executive, for all of the work that you do to bring our county together. And you really hit the nail on the head that we can take care of our own, we can take care of each other. And so I'm very encouraged by what's happening with our executive branch, but also with my colleagues here as well. On Tuesday, November 4th, the District 5 office will be hosting a Federal Workers Resource Hub, which we host every month. And this month we'll be focusing on procurement and helping people potentially transition into launching a business or doing business with the county or other entities. And we're actually partnering with my colleague, Councilmember Watson, for this event. And we're also partnering with Redeemer's Church of Christ. There will be a food giveaway at that event as well, and registration is required. In District 5, we've developed a food distribution network, and so you can find this information on my social media. But basically, it's a QR code that tells you where you can go to get food resources every day of the week. And so if you haven't gotten that, sign up for our newsletter or go on my social media, and you'll be able to access the food distribution network we've put together. And we also are going to be working in the town of Fairmont Heights, where we know there is a serious food insecurity issue even before all of the shutdown and the SNAP benefit challenge that we're facing right now. We'll be working to create a free grocery store there in partnership with an organization called Gooder, which will feed 250 families weekly. And so that is going to be launching this upcoming January. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam County Executive, for all your leadership on this and that of your team. These are unprecedented times. This is not a natural disaster. This is a man-made disaster from the White House and the Republican leadership. And this is something that we are stepping up as a county to help our residents, so many of whom are federal employees. This week, I was at Hungry Harvest, actually, which is located in our county, and working with Greater Riverdale Thrives and Passion and Compassion and other organizations. We've been working on an ongoing basis to increase the storage for food and to get more distribution out. But now, this week, obviously, it's an even more dire situation. So we have a lot of food insecurity in our region, and this certainly makes it even more dire. But please go to our county website for more information about where to get food, and thank you very much for your leadership.
Good morning. I'm Ingrid Watson and proud to serve District 4. District 4 covers the city of Bowie, the city of Greenbelt, Lanham, a small portion of Upper Marlboro, and Glendale. Thank you, Madam County Executive, for your leadership, and I thank my colleagues for their leadership. And yes, we are together and united on this to help everyone in Prince George's County, anyone who needs support. I received many calls to my office about food, about other items that for people in need, for children, for seniors. So I invite you to continue to call, to continue to reach out to all of us for support. We are here to help you. I want to just share really quickly and just thank the nonprofit partners that my office partners with every year. We've been doing it now for the last 3 years, and we're continuing our efforts and actually ramping them up for this year. We're partnering with Reed Temple AME Church in Glendale on November 15th. We're partnering with Greenbelt Community Center November 20th, with Fountain Community Enrichment on Friday, November 21st, and Interfaith Coalition of Bowie on November 23rd to give out food and other items. I'm very proud of this program, and I look forward to seeing not only District 4 residents, this is open to all Prince George's County residents. So please come out. We support you. We love you. We want to help. And thank you so much for all of our leadership that we have today. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. While I'm looking, I just want to start off by saying to the county executive, thank you, because when I came to you with the Federal Workers Assistance Act, you immediately collaborated and worked with us. One of the provisions there, in addition to giving priority to our laid off federal workers of hire, which I appreciate, you also wanted to do the food bank database, and you guys are already doing it, putting it together to make sure. I know, and I've said this before, a lot of our federal workers have, there's a little bit of shame that they have, and what we're telling them, there's no shame. We're a village, and we want them to feel comfortable just going and getting food. And I want to thank our council leadership and our council chair for always working with us. I do want to announce that we are giving food tomorrow at Prince George's Community College. We have a wellness expo with Sisters for Sisters Network. We will have bags of food there that will be given out. So we will ask you to show up and also take advantage of the other options that we have there about wellness, especially mental health. We have great speakers there. In addition, my office does have a collaboration of fund with the Community Impact, the CDC Foundation with the AME Church. And what we're doing is that we are assisting in paying mortgage, rent, and things like that for those who are laid off, even furloughs. We are doing gas cards also, because we do hear that a lot of those who have been furloughed still have to drive to work. So we are putting together some gas cards. So if you are a furloughed worker that drives to work every day and you haven't received pay, we can get you a gas card. So my staff is working on that. In addition, with the payment for the mortgage, rent, and all of those additional funds, we do have a lot of requests. So we are doing, if you are delayed by a month or two, we will assist you. So please reach out to my office. We're working on that. And I just want to let you know we are collaborating. Thank you, Pastor Kobe. Pastor Kobe called yesterday. He said, we're giving out food. You got to be there. And just to know that he was already working with the county executive is very touching. And we definitely have residents that will be coming there. But it is all hands on deck. We will also, in District 6, be having food giveaways monthly. But we do want to see everybody on Saturday.
Thank you again. Any questions? What I would ask all of you, if you don't mind, I know we know most of you, but when you ask a question, would you tell us who you are and what your network is, please? Thank you so much.
Hi, Jalen Wade, College Park here now. So I was wondering, I know that last month you spoke about how you were supporting the Bellsville Agricultural Center, and I was wondering, are there any other kinds of nearby facilities in other parts of the county that also you're trying to get to and work with?
So are you asking about just our commitment to those federal facilities remaining here in Prince George's County?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I mean, look, we absolutely value, and I think not just us, but our country values the work that has been done at the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. And I toured there not too long ago with members of our Senate and House delegation at the federal level. And what we understand from talking to the scientists and researchers there is that the soil matters, and where, the research is being conducted matters. And so location is everything. Prince George's County provides a location where you get all 4 seasons, so you understand how different crops and seeds and foods are impacted by weather. So Prince George's and the work that's being done there really has been extraordinary. So we are working with our federal partners as best we can under the circumstances. I mean, we are dealing with a very interesting administration, but we are working very closely with our federal partners. In addition to that, we are very concerned about the cuts that were made to NASA. We think that that impacts, I think, our ability to be advanced when it comes to space science, because a lot of the work and the research was conducted, and some still is conducted at NASA. So those are very concerning to us. And certainly we are still focused on getting the FBI here, and we'll be talking about that in the near future. So we believe in equity. We believe that those assets of the federal government located here in Prince George's County should be here. In fact, we should have more. And so we are getting through the next 3+ years under this current administration. We hope never to return to this type of environment, but we are going to stay fast, stay firm, and together, and really fight for the equity that Prince George's County deserves.
Brad?
So I know you're asking for food drops, and it's about $27 million a month of what SNAP benefits are in this county, so you can't replace that. The governor said he can't replace it. $10 million he put in, it's a drop in the bucket. $7 million a month is what SNAP costs. If this judge doesn't rule and fund SNAP, are you looking for any additional resources, dollars, that the county can contribute beyond what you're doing here right now? Do you have any money? Ed's talking loaves and fishes. Do you have any?
I mean, we will have to look at what we can do, but remember, we are in a tight budget situation. I came into a structural deficit, so I'm doing my best to be fiscally prudent, but also understanding that there are real needs that people have. And so we'll assess the situation weekly to see what we need to do. In addition, we are in communication with the governor's office and with the governor directly. I've been in conversations with the governor. So I think the governor is being prudent. I think he's being compassionate, but he's also being realistic. And so the federal government has a role here. We pay tax dollars to our federal government to provide much needed resources and benefits for residents across this country. So the federal government, really, it's their time to step up and do what they're supposed to do. These programs have been in place for decades for a reason. And it's not just Democrats that benefit from these programs. In a lot of rural areas and a lot of conservative areas, people are suffering as well. And so we have to work together as people, not across party lines, because again, it's not a partisan issue for the person who can't feed themselves or their families. It's not a partisan issue for them. It's an issue of survival. So we're hopeful that there will be an agreement, at least on these SNAP benefits, which I understand the feds are working on, possibly. But I think everyone can agree that people should eat. So hopefully we'll see some movement, but we'll assess the situation again next week to see if there's more that we need to do.
Yes.
John, WTOP, you mentioned the tight situation the county's budget is in right now. You're also asking the council to fund a 30% increase in your staff's pay right now. Is that an appropriate time with everything going on?
So I think what happened was at the end of the prior administration, they cut the budget of the county executive's office, but we hired people just like the prior administration did. So really, it's just right sizing the county executive's budget. Yes.
Julie Donaldson, Fox 5 DC. I have two questions, if that's okay. The first being with much respect and appreciation for what you're doing for those that are in need with this shutdown. Is there a point when you feel that maybe the Democrats might need to make some concessions and stop protesting in order to try to help them shut down?
You know, as I stated at the first press conference, I'm going to let the politics be that because I do trust our senators I trust those members of our House delegation that represent Prince George's County. I know they're making really tough decisions, but as I said then, they're fighting for the soul of this country. And so I'm not going to question how they're maneuvering, because I think they're trying to do what's right, because if we get SNAP benefits one day but people can't pay for health care the next day, where will we be? So I think this is a tough situation right now. And the truth is, we shouldn't have to make that decision. There should not be the decision between food or health care. We have the ability to provide both. And I believe that is what our delegation is saying. And I believe in them, I trust them, and my hope is that as they continue to negotiate, that the people and the survival of all people, regardless of where they live or their party political affiliation, that we're taking them into consideration first. So my hope is that those negotiations will continue, but we should never compromise on our principles.
In the second one here, a little bit off subject of SNAP, but the closing of Six Flags is this Sunday. What can be done with that area, maybe to help the county, also with the commanders leaving, losing out on the FBI?
Well, let me tell you this. We are really excited about the future of Six Flags. As I mentioned before, Six Flags generates about $3 million for the county, which is decent, but Six Flags sits on 500 acres, and about 400 acres or so of it, give or take, is usable. Six Flags operates on about 20% of the entire site. Which means we really have not seen the full potential, the full economic potential of that site. So we're working with the ownership of Six Flags now as they vet those who have bid on that project. The county has a real interest in seeing quality development that really should be able to generate tens of millions. You know, when you look at a place like National Harbor, which sits on about 300 acres, right? We get about 70 plus million from the development down at National Harbor. Prince George's County is leading the state today when it comes to revenues generated from hotel stays. So what we know is that our hospitality industry can grow. We can build another huge, amazing destination site right in the heart of the county. So I look at those as opportunities to maximize the true value of the land where it's built. Same thing with Six Flags. Six Flags sits on 200 acres, and there's another approximately 100 acres of publicly owned property between WMATA and Park and Planning. So we have another opportunity to generate multi-million-dollar deals that will generate much needed revenue into the future. So what I am excited about the future for Prince George's County. I know it's very, very bright, and we are laser focused on getting it right.
One last question. Yeah. Hey, Dora.
Just following up, we did see the governor yesterday commit to $10 million. We don't know exactly how it's being distributed. Montgomery County did put forth $7.7 million in local dollars. And just checking to see if there are considerations to try to find some money or use money from reserves and things like that. Also, there was another story out about the planning board and there not being a quorum. If you could address that when you might fill whatever vacancy there is.
Excuse me, Darcy, can we talk, answer that one on the side? I want to stay focused on this subject right now. Thanks.
Yeah. So again, as I mentioned before, we'll reassess the situation next week. We'll see what happens over the next few days in Congress, and we'll assess our situation here locally. I'll talk with the council about options for us to perhaps provide some additional county resources. But again, we are trying to be prudent, and we're trying to ensure that the obligation is really placed where it needs to be, which is on our federal government. They have the money, they have the obligation, they have the programs, and they have the moral responsibility to lead. So we will do what we need to do here locally. We'll look at where things are next week. But at this time, we're very hopeful that an agreement will be reached at minimum on the SNAP benefits so that those who are most in need can be taken care of. So thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. Give us a call if you need any additional assistance. I appreciate your helping us out today. You really covered two big stories for us, and I appreciate it.